This week, the trailer for Iron Man 3 was finally revealed.
Matthew Vaughn is no longer directing the X-Men First Class sequel.
So get ready for the spookiest episode of pretty much it that ever spooked.
What's going on out here?
Call the police. Tell the sheriff I shot him.
Who?
Tell him he's still on the loose.
Is this some kind of joke? I've been trick-or-treated to death tonight.
You don't know what death is.
Today is Friday, October 26th. Welcome to Pretty Much It, and as you can see, we're having a little Halloween party, aren't we, boys?
Yeah, we're having a party with without any snacks, any drinks,
Or girls.
or just us.
No ladies?
I got bongos,
And we don't have pants on, so...
and that's a party. That's a party with bongos and no pants.
Now, in case you can't tell who each of us are, why don't we start with Jake? Who are you, Jake?
I'm Nathan Drake from Uncharted.
Woohoo! Pretty good! What are you, Mike?
I am my alter ego, Beatnik Bob, and you could check out some of my Beatnik bops on Pity Applause.
Is that linked below?
It is in the links. You
Alright.
go to the links after the show, and we check out my jams.
And I am the late, great Steve Jobs.
We dug him up just for the episode.
Cleaned me up.
Not worthy.
Now, I actually was this last year. This was my costume. I am a recostumer. I'm sorry. I'm sorry!
I was when I was a little kid, I was like a vampire for like 7 years straight.
What a
Piece of
scumbag.
shit!
That
That
was-
was a scumbag!
Yeah, but it was like before vampires were cool. So like,
So you're the
so-
pioneer.
No, I wasn't the pioneer or anything. Just like I was just a vampire. Like, oh, it's just a vampire. But like, now all the kids are vampires.
Yeah.
Oh, why is my life so terrible?
I was always the wrong Batman. When Batman Forever came out, I was the Batman Returns Batman. And then when Batman and Robin finally came out, I finally got to be the Batman Forever
You
Robin.
couldn't afford the latest one. You
No,
got like the
I was-
previous one.
I was the Scream guy once.
Of course, you have to be.
Everybody was, like at the high school dance. I would say I really got more into costumes in the last couple of years. I make my costume the day of. Like this one, I just went out to the stores the day of and put it together.
I haven't had to wear a costume in a long time.
Wait,
because,
have to?
Because
Why would you be required to? I'm not required to.
I'm a grown up now. I can't really find any excuse to wear a costume because I don't go to.
Yeah, I have to.
costume-
I was gonna say you need to have friends for that.
Yeah, you need to have a life.
Which I have none.
I will say I almost won a costume contest at a college I didn't go to last year. I was at a friend's college, and it was the prize was something related to the college.
Yeah.
And I almost won. It meant nothing
man.
to me. You know who I lost to?
Who?
A penguin.
Come on, a penguin?
A fucking penguin!
Yeah, that's the Penguin song.
Speaking of Halloween, we are still running Nyctophobia, the haunted house that we are a part of. If you have not liked it yet on Facebook, please do so by clicking the link down in the info. Our last weekend is this weekend, and then we'll be doing a video of it so you can see inside. We'll let you know how you can check that out.
I would have wrote a song about it, but I lost my bongos.
Also linked down in the info are this week's reviews. We had a bunch. I'm going to try to do it from memory. We had reviews of
Steve Jobs Genius. Go.
Sleep Tight.
Oh, he's...
We had a really great review of Cloud Atlas. It's really just an amazing, amazing movie.
Well, I haven't seen the review or the movie,
And
so...
we've gotten a lot of feedback on it. We think it's really great. Also, we had reviews of The Sessions, Chasing Mavericks, maybe. I don't know if I care to see it. I really don't care for it. Fun Size, I don't know what I'm up to with counting. And Silent Hill Revelation 3D.
What a spooky spook.
Spooky!
Silent Hill's got a place in our heart, but I don't think the movie will.
No, I don't think so.
No.
And finally, along the bottom of the screen is our Choose Your News feature, where you can click around to the different topics we're talking about rather than watch the whole video. I know last week we had a long one. This one should not be anywhere near as long because there's less news. But if you don't care to watch the whole thing, which I do recommend, you can click around however your heart pleases. Trick or treat,
I bet
if you will.
I bet no other news guys got this crazy fancy thing
Halloween!
going on.
Halloween!
And if they do, they're just ripping us off, and we should kill them.
Halloween.
Yeah.
Let's get into the news this week, starting off with movie news. First off, a confirmation on something we said was a rumor last week that we missed as a rumor the week before. Let's just end this. Shailene Woodley is officially playing Mary Jane Watson in Spider-Man 2 and 3.
Why are we still talking about this?
Well, listen, here's the deal. It's kind of interesting in terms of coming from comic standpoint, because we all know what happens with the love triangle.
I hate triangles. I would much rather prefer if it was a rhombus or a square, because triangles, they scare me.
Why?
They got 3 points, and
You got that Bermuda Triangle, too. Scary stuff.
And you can have different kind of triangles. Like
Obtuse? Acute?
Oh,
All right, again.
Speaking of cute, Shailene Woodley will in fact be in the movies, but she's going to have a small part in 2 and a bigger part in 3, and I think we know why. For those that don't know what happens with any of the characters, we don't want to spoil it, but anybody that does, yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Makes sense. I'm not questioning it. And okay. But that's your news about Spider-Man 2 as of right now. Don't ask about Electro, because that's not confirmed or anything like that.
and who really cares?
And we're going to find out eventually, I guess. Don't worry about it right now. If you're being Electro for Halloween, you goofed. You're not ahead of the game. You're not cute.
You might be.
Happy Halloween. Next up, we've got some major news.
Oh God!
In the Marvel universe,
Hold
not
my-
the
hold my
Marvel
hand.
movies. It's
Hold
not
my hand.
Marvel Cinematic Universe. It is Fox Marvel. Basically, as we know, Matthew Vaughn did a great job with First Class, right? X-Men First Class.
You did a great. All right,
We thought it was great.
Oh, okay, all right.
Now, it turns out he was supposed to be directing X-Men First Class 2, Days of Future Past, and it just was announced that he is
He's
not
not.
directing it.
Wowzy kazowzy
And
is
beyond
my
that,
reaction.
guess who might be directing it?
Who?
Brian Singer, who directed X-Men and X2.
Interesting.
Which,
That is-
I mean, I've loved X2.
X2 is a great movie.
And X-Men's not bad, but X2 is great.
Yeah.
Let me play the devil's advocate though. I did not like Superman Returns, and I did not like Valkyrie.
Nobody likes Superman Returns.
Yeah, that's not fair.
Did anybody like Valkyrie?
No.
Did
Does anybody know what
see
Valkyrie is?
Yeah, I was gonna
No, I was
say.
gonna say, Jake. So you're not giving any point at all. So, what are you trying to say?
What are you for Halloween? A useless piece of shit?
I'm Nathan Drake.
What are you trying to get at?
I don't know. He's like a director, and I'm not into that.
Well, it's not confirmed that he will be directing it, but he might be. And if he does, this is, extremely interesting to me. It's spooky as hell.
It kind of like bridges the gaps between movie universes
Maybe.
now. Kind
Well,
of.
they also did specifically say, and this is our next news,
Oh.
Mark M.,
Mark M.
he said, and of course we know he is overseeing the Marvel
Mark
Fox
Mylar?
universe.
Miller.
Mylar, yes.
It's not hard.
He said two things. The first thing I will point out is that he said that First Class 2 has robots, time travel, and superheroes.
All right.
Okay. That's all I want from a movie.
That's all that matters.
I don't need to know the plot. As long as there's a robot, somebody time travels,
And there's a superhero.
Sounds like
there's a
they're jumping
superhero.
the shark a little bit.
I don't get.
You're sold. You're solid.
They're not jumping the shark. They're jumping on to the X-Men. They're jumping on the X-Men animal.
Sharkmobile.
What would it be? Like a
Wolverine.
beast, like a dolphin.
A wildebeest.
They're
A
jumping.
dolphin?
They're
Yeah.
jumping. They're jumping the fin, the dolphin. This is like the first X-Men movie where it's like
Return to form, I guess.
no, just the X-Men. Like there's never been the robots, the Sentries. Right?
Sentinels,
Sentinels.
yeah.
I mean, and it's
Wasn't
just-
there? Oh no, that was the
No.
video game.
One
Yeah.
scene in the
That was
third
a
one.
Yeah, they had a future vision that was just
Oh,
a
in the danger room.
simulation.
Yeah, that was stupid.
So there's never been robots. There's never been like super science fiction like with time travel.
Oh yeah,
So,
you're right. That'll be good.
And
I
now
just thought about it.
So now it's gonna be like an actual X-Men movie. I don't think there's gonna be any dicking around. I don't think it's like, oh, we gotta get the team together kind of stuff. It's gonna be mutants like punching other mutants in the face with their super mutant magic powers.
Lots of stuff just got... The carpet got pulled up from underneath this movie. We don't know what the heck is going on, so we'll have to see.
Okay.
Moving on to another X-Men, the Wolverine. We have this movie on the way.
I can't be the only person who's tired of Wolverine, right?
Nope.
We've talked about
I
this.
want it.
You
Yeah.
want?
I
It's
want
just-
it in me now.
You do or don't?
Oh.
I do.
You want it in you?
I want it.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I'm not saying that like I hate Wolverine. It's just that
You've
it's
seen him a lot.
so much. I'm like, we get it. He's like, everybody loves Wolverine.
Yeah.
All right, can we move on? Like,
Now, here's the deal. Here's the deal with this movie. We did not know. We assumed it was a prequel, this movie.
Yeah.
Because it was like after Origins, we assumed, right, he goes to Japan, that whole deal.
Yeah.
Not that it is a sequel to Origins or anything. It's supposed to be a standalone. That's why it's called The Wolverine.
oh,
But, apparently, it takes place after the events of all the movies so far.
okay.
That's a little weird, but
Right?
it makes sense though, especially if he doesn't mention them. Like whatever, great.
I guess. But that's also why there was a rumor recently that Famke Jensen was going to be in it because it would be like later on
I
she comes
hope
back
not
as
so
the Phoenix,
much.
that whole deal.
But
Whatever.
it's like
Apparently that's not happening.
they keep saying how self-contained this movie is going to be. Like that's a good thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I really hope so.
That sounds shitty to me.
Because you want more X-Men.
It's like Wolverine's gonna fight some bad guys.
Again.
Great.
Well, the other interesting thing here is not only is he fighting bad guys, but there's a picture that was just released of him with bone claws.
so it's
No.
there's gonna
But
be
it's a flashback, I guess.
yeah.
Why?
Well, there's gonna be. Well, I read somewhere that it's all about Wolverine is struggling with being immortal. Like that's the big conflict in the movie. He's like, I live forever, and that's
I'm not into that.
That's a thing that I gotta live with.
I guess we'll have to see. That's all we know right now. There's not a whole lot else known.
Especially because I thought they were going to follow the Wolverine comic.
They
when he
are.
goes to Japan.
Yeah, but that's later on
Yeah.
when they have the bone claws and stuff. That was like added in way later.
They're
know,
saying
I don't even like that,
they're gonna
really.
flash
There's
back to
no
World,
need-
like the World War II and stuff.
Yeah, but there's no need for that.
See, they could have been cool and flash back to World War II, and maybe Captain America goes by.
Yeah,
So it's
well,
like,
they can't do
hey.
that, though. Not
Yeah,
yet,
like,
at
hey,
least.
ho,
But anyway, that's it for Fox-related X-Men Marvel movies.
X-Men.
Some kind of little tidbits, nothing big.
Interesting stuff is going down at Fox HQ.
Happy Halloween. Let's move out of the comic book movie world and into the book movie world.
All right,
Based on a book.
We're staying in the adaptation box, though.
Andy Serkis, his directorial debut, of course, he was
What?
Gollum.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
Director?
interesting.
He was I believe, the second unit director on
was
The Hobbit.
He was also a monkey. But
Indeed, he played Caesar in Planet of the Apes.
he played
Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
He played a monkey.
Yes, so
Now,
we know that he's good behind the camera.
Exactly.
Right.
No, what other actor can say that except for Paul Giamatti?
None. That's it. Andy Serkis's directorial debut will be a movie based on a book that we probably all read when we were youngsters.
Uh-oh.
Can you guess what book that is? It is a political book.
The Giving Tree.
Where the
Where the sidewalk
Yeah,
ends.
that's what I was gonna
Is it
say.
where the sidewalk ends?
is it one fish, two fish?
Is it one fish, two fish? Red fish, who fish?
What is she doing? Is it
Animal
Harry?
Farm.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I know, it's not exciting at
Yeah.
all. It's Animal Farm.
It's big on metaphors.
Yeah.
It's all
Is that George Orwell?
Yes, it is.
But now here's the funny thing
yeah.
about the movie is they said it's not going to have as much political stuff.
Okay.
That's the whole point of it. It's masking political metaphors for children. That's the point. Or not even for children specifically, but just in general. With Animal Farm
so-
animals.
So the movie lost all of its meaning.
Yeah.
I don't think it would have translated well to film in the first
It has
place.
translated.
They already did. Jim
There's a-
Henson did like a Muppet-y type version of it.
No, I think it was a cartoon. Or was it?
No,
or
I think it was
puppets?
puppets. It was puppets.
It might have been puppets.
Yeah. Andy Serkis said that this is going to be motion capture animals, which of course means it's just going to be humans
It's
pretending
Andy
to be
Serkis
animals.
is the
It's
movie.
like-
Everybody's Andy Serkis.
Animal Farm didn't have animals doing anything.
They weren't
fun,
like sitting
fun.
at a dinner table.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not like Barnyard?
No,
I
no,
was
no.
hoping it was going to be like Barnyard.
It
That's
didn't
funny.
go on any kind of adventure or goofy thing.
They were animals. They just talked.
I want to see a cow fly an airplane.
They just talked about like I think it was either like Germany or communism. I think
Something
it's,
like that.
I think it's
I think it was about like
communism.
Stalin and stuff. You know, yeah, that whole deal.
Stuff like that.
We're
I
not
clearly
smart.
paid attention.
Yeah, we're not scholars here.
Can you imagine like kids are gonna see like it's a movie about talking animals and then it's just like
It's not going to have any of the metaphors apparently though, so who cares?
well
What's it going to be about?
So it's just Babe Pig in the City in
Two.
CGI
Speaking
guess.
of Babe, I saw Babe recently and you can see that pig's anus a lot.
in the movie.
In the movie.
they didn't
Every single shot with that pig, his anus.
They
is
didn't
just,
aim away.
No,
Like-
it's right out in the open of the camera. It's
Happy
all-
Halloween. Moving on, we've got a topic that I know you're going to be super pumped about, and it's a real spooky one just in
Well,
time for All
I
Hallows
hope
Eve.
so because you patted my arm and that got me really excited. So if you
I'm
let
gonna,
me down,
I'm
my
gonna
heart.
pat your arm for the amount of times the number is related to the movie we're talking about. Ready?
Okay, all right.
Oh,
I will continue.
Paranormal Activity 5
yes, I was right.
Ew.
has been announced for next Halloween.
Well, that makes sense.
Are you surprised? I'm
No,
not, and
no.
especially because I saw it and it has no ending. So, you need another one technically if you're going to do any sort of ending at all ever.
Well, of course, people.
It's all being made for integrity.
Yeah, integrity. I really cannot get over Paranormal Activity. I don't understand. I really don't.
That's fair.
How
And now I can say, like, I've been a fan. I thought they've done cool little tricks and all
No,
that.
I
But
mean,
in,
like-
in 4, they did nothing new.
train is
It was
like-
what you always thought it was.
I mean, like you when you say that you enjoy Paranormal Activity like 2 and 3, I'm like, wow, what kind of drugs was Eric on when he?
No, but
said-
you know what? I will say that all the big critics that have still enjoyed them enough that they've been like, okay, yeah, it's fun.
But no, like,
they
I mean,
all said this 4 was the end of it, and I agree. This was it. It's done.
I mean, I say you can pass off Paranormal Activity 1. I'm like, fine, great. I mean, it started its own thing.
Yeah.
But
2 and
literally
3 and
all
4.
the same exact things. It's like just nothing happens in the whole movie, and then at the end something crazy happens.
Well, guess what? Guess what?
Yeah.
I know you're excited about Paranormal Activity 5, but I'll do you one better.
All right.
Remember I told you about that Latino spin-off of Paranormal Activity?
I
That's
do
coming
remember
out
that.
next spring. We've got 2 Paranormal Activity movies in
excellent.
1 year.
All right. The quest
Wow.
for more money continues.
We'll be able to watch Nothing Happen in Spanish.
Maybe they'll
Actually, no, it's in English.
Wait, what?
It's in English. I don't know why. I have no idea what the purpose of this movie is.
maybe it's just gonna give us more of like 2 minutes worth of plot development.
Well,
in the
apparently
movie.
it's going to be about the demon that we see in these movies.
Why?
So he's like hanging out and like, hey, you guys.
Everybody's got to go on vacation.
Him in his
What
house.
is the demon's plan? Like, why does he wait until the end
He's
of
got to
the
get a tan, man.
He always waits until the end of the movie to always to spring his
Do
plan.
one thing, yeah.
It's like
Spring his plan, and then it doesn't. Nothing happens.
Yeah, for the first hour or 30 minutes
He
of the
just
movie,
screws around.
Yeah, like stuff floats around. It's like, why is he doing that? Just get to what is he waiting
Like, what's his
for?
motivation?
But now this demon is going on vacation. He's going to get a little tan, going to get a little crispy,
Demon's got to get your vitamin D.
and that's Paranormal Activity. That's where we're at.
I just wanted to say one more thing about whole Paranormal Activity. I think
buddy.
I'm getting it out. It's not a personal thing. I feel legitimately sorry for this generation of people growing up because people have forgotten what scary means. They think they've confused surprising and startling for scary. They think, oh, if something scary happens, like a loud noise and something scary, that's scary. It's just mostly like just jump scares, and people actually think that's what scary is these days. And
It's a shame.
that's, I guess we just
Go
got
see
to.
Sinister, folks. There's some terrifying imagery. There's some jump scares, but the imagery is legitimately horrifying, and it will stay with you. And the last bit of movie news this week is about Transformers 4.
Oh, right.
Yay!
Yay!
Apparently, as we talked about, we're looking at young leads, right? I think we
Right.
mentioned that at one
Yeah,
point.
we talked about
We also, I don't think we mentioned it, but they were looking at like a female lead, blah, blah, blah. Well, apparently now, it looks like Mark Wahlberg might be a lead in the movie, which
Mark-
doesn't fit into the young
Mark
girl
Wahlberg.
thing.
Don't.
What are these robots doing here?
Hey, say hi to Optimus for me.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime, get out of here!
I have no idea what kind of movie this would be with Mark Wahlberg
No,
in it.
Mark, no, don't do it.
I really don't know. We can't trust Michael Bay because I mean, like
Can't trust him.
I trusted him a little bit for Transformers 3 because the trailer was pretty neat, and I
Yeah.
was like, okay, maybe Michael Bay's got it this time, but it was still the same old schlock he's pushing out. But,
In all fairness, if he just worked with someone else, he's got the incredible visuals down.
I will say like
But if he worked with like a story person,
I-
someone who's better at story,
I
it'd
will
be
say
great.
the visuals in Transformers are
Unmatched.
probably the best.
He's the king.
Visual effects
Yes.
in any movie ever.
All
made.
of them.
It's-
Anybody
yeah.
that does that is a king. But, as far as story goes, no. So I have no idea what the heck this means for Transformers. Do I care? Take a guess.
Yeah, I would care. I'm interested.
Okay, take a guess for me.
No.
No, I don't. I really don't care.
Yeah, we can't trust him. I'd like to give him another shot, but he fooled me 3 times. Shame.
I guess you
shame
trick-or-treated
on
and
his
got a little trick.
Happy Halloween.
No, I trick or treated and I got an apple with a razor blade.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. That's it for movie news. We've got a quick little web-related bit of news for you. We did tell you guys a while back about Olin Rogers' new series, Pop Rocket, that would be starting in the fall.
Oh, that handsome guy.
Yes, we had the trailer, looked awesome, and now the very first episode is here. It's like, 17 minutes long?
Mm-hmm.
I have not
geez.
watched it yet because I'm going to watch it. I'm going to sit down with popcorn and watch it on my TV. I might actually marathon all the previous things, New Prime, that whole deal. But I'm really excited to see it. I did click into it a little bit, and it looks phenomenal.
It's good.
Honestly amazing.
It sounds like that's a lot for an episode.
And you got to
Yeah.
look. It really looks legit.
People don't understand how much effort goes.
He's been working on this for months. Yeah, he's put a lot of hard work into it. So we just want to make sure you guys know it's available. Definitely check it out. Definitely support Olin. And let him know pretty much it sent you. Happy Halloween!
We've got some video game news, but first we're going to talk about video game movie-related news.
Oh, what a treat!
What?
Because of
Here's a
Halloween.
treat.
I get it. Assassin's Creed, the movie. We talked about it before and how Ubisoft was putting it forward and Fassbender was involved with producing it and probably starring in it. Now they have picked up a studio for publishing and, all that stuff.
I think we talked about already why I think that these are terrible ideas and it can never work. And I'm not just hating.
No, say your idea. Say your reason because I do
hear me
remember,
out.
and it's
Now,
legitimate.
With all modern games, especially Assassin's Creed, a game like that, it is presented in such a way these days where it's a complete, full-out world. Cinematic world, cutscenes, you control... It's like playing a movie.
Yeah.
What could a movie possibly give us
If
more?
anything, it's
like,
limiting. Because you can't play.
It is.
It is a little weird these days.
Exactly. I would much rather prefer Michael Fassbender working on an Assassin's Creed game than a movie. Cause,
that would be cool.
Why would you want to watch a movie where you can just play the game? And as with any new game, I heard they were making a Gears of War movie, but it's like... why not just play the game? It's like they got the cutscenes, you play it. So
that is a valid.
I can understand why old video games came out with movies like Mortal Kombat and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course.
But it's because
it's a property that wasn't treated cinematically.
Yeah, it was way before anything was in video games, and now that we got that, it's a whole different kind of medium. And I don't think we should cross it because it never works, ever, never.
Wow.
No, I do agree. I do agree. But did they say anything in that front? Like, is it going to be an original story or anything?
It just looks like they're putting all their chips in this one.
Yeah, I mean,
it's 20th Century Fox who's putting it out, so that's like a big deal.
Okay.
And I remember reading in the comments of people saying like, "Oh no, Assassin's Creed's got this great big story." Okay,
then play the game.
Play the game.
See, no, you guys shouldn't.
Yeah. But it's like if I want to experience a great big story, I'll pick it up.
It looks good enough. Like it looks like a movie.
Exactly. That's my point, and I think it's valid.
It is valid. Yeah. That is fair.
All right. Well, you know what? As the guy dressed up like a video game character, of course I'm going to say, no, guys, this video game movie is going to be awesome.
Well, it might be.
It might not.
We don't know.
I mean, you know what? I would prefer if they made short films, like
which they have done,
which they do, like David Fincher, the Halo commercial.
Yeah.
More stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be better than just full on movies, And
I think this one might be better. I don't.
It seems right now like it has more integrity.
It's not going to be on a scale. It's not going to be Resident Evil. It's going to be more like a little above Prince of Persia.
Because imagine if they announced they were making Grand Theft Auto the movie.
They did announce Need for Speed the movie, which is the same thing.
Exactly. What would you get from that?
I got one more for you.
Oh, okay.
Mass Effect the movie now has a screenwriter, so that's
would you just everything you just said should just be reiterated or
no, not for Mass Effect.
Oh,
because,
okay.
Mass Effect has, I would say, a much bigger scope to work with a movie with, because Assassin's Creed is like you're an assassin.
Nah, see, that's the thing.
Well, no, I mean,
Assassin's Creed is not as shallow as you think it is.
No. I know the whole story of Assassin's Creed. Right. I really do. I know the whole story.
You're saying the universe is not.
Oh, you're talking about because there's different.
Yes,
exactly.
Yeah, okay. Assassin's Creed takes place on Earth. Mass Effect is like the universe.
Oh, so I guess. With Mass Effect, they could go in a ton of different things.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
I get you. Yeah, that would be cool.
It's a much bigger scale for a movie.
All right, so not as much of as big of an offense.
But also with Mass Effect, it's like just play the game, and it's much better with the game because it's set up to be cinematic, and you can choose where the story goes. That's what everybody likes it.
About
so imagine watching Mass Effect and not being able to choose where the story goes,
especially the ending.
The biggest thing about Mass Effect, being able to choose your destiny,
choose your news.
If you're a fan of Mass Effect, just. I don't know. I don't think you would enjoy a movie.
I think the screenwriter has a hell of a job, though. He's going to sit down and just go, what do I do?
Well, when are we expecting these? They're not even in production yet?
No, but soon.
Yeah, they're just in the talks.
Yeah.
All right.
Happy Halloween.
What's the real video game news of Bebop today?
That Bioshock Infinite trailer finally dropped, and it's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. I don't know. Where are we looking at?
It's
down in the info.
Look at it.
Go watch it. It's
good.
Yeah, it's a good trailer. But unfortunately, I think you said it to me. It's like it looks just as good as it did 2 years ago. It's like
which is good, but it's also bad, I guess.
When you put it that way. When you put it that way, something went wrong with this game. It's just I think they should have held off announcing this. I mean, not announcing
a couple of years.
I mean,
ago.
they should have announced it, but not shown any footage until maybe just imagine if this was the first we ever saw.
You'd be like,
you'd be like,
mine would be
this is gonna be the actual sequel to Bioshock 2 because Bioshock 2 sucked.
You mean to Bioshock? Sequel to Bioshock.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you said the sequel to Bioshock 2.
I'm trying to say this is going to be the actual sequel to Bioshock.
Forget Bioshock 2.
Bioshock 2 did some interesting things, but overall it was just kind of...
It was just like an expansion pack.
Yeah.
And,
buy an iPad.
The only thing I haven't really seen yet that's not gripping me about this game is that the thing that makes Bioshock so great is that the acting and the story and the writing, and it's all so good. And along with the great gameplay, like the trailer was like, it looks really fun right off the bat. Great gameplay, but
shooting.
They haven't really shown any like acting. Like the guy who played what was his name, Andrew Ryan in the first one
was awesome.
He should have gotten an award for that role. He was so good.
Was good.
But
right, Eric?
Yeah, Eric hasn't.
I actually just yawned and I suppressed it. I have no idea what we're talking about.
You should really play these games. They're good. They're good
games.
Will. Speaking about cinematic games, this is it. Were they talking about making a Bioshock movie?
Oh yeah,
that is the dumbest idea ever because of exactly what we were just talking about. Because like this is like playing a movie.
All right, so I'll have to check it out then.
So and the new one looks great.
I was gonna high five him because we were talking about it.
Yeah, Eric.
That was the biggest failure of high five. If we can go back to that real quick.
I was gonna high five him.
I don't even want to do it. Let's move on.
All right.
Happy Halloween. We got 2 quickies. Dishonored is getting DLC, which is really exciting for me because if you can tell
you're the only one here that's played it.
I kind of like the game. You know.
I heard it was good too. I
mean,
I just hate DLC. I hate that they do that, and I hate that people keep buying it.
Well, the first DLC is challenge maps, which is cool just because the gameplay was so fun. But the second and third DLC that's coming out in like the spring are story based, and they actually seem like they're going to answer questions I had in the game.
You see, don't you think they should have answered those questions when you spend $60 to play it?
DLC price is $4.99 or 400.
Just like I said.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. So there you go. Nice call. Happy Halloween. This is interesting as hell.
Oh.
Minecraft on Xbox has now surpassed #1 on Xbox Live being played, Modern Warfare 3.
Oh, wow.
Minecraft
really?
is at the top, being played online right
That's
now.
interesting because Minecraft is already a big deal on the computer. I would think that would kind of
It would stay there.
Yeah.
That's huge.
That is pretty.
It's an indie game. It's a downloadable title. The kids, they love the Minecraft.
The kids are just going trick or treat and getting Minecraft in their treat sacks.
Yeah, they just get bricks. They're like, oh.
This is like the next big thing for kids. Like kids are growing up with Minecraft.
My little brother loses his mind over it.
It's a very creative game, isn't it? Though
it's like Legos. It's like playing with Legos.
I love it. I've never played it, but what I've seen, it looks very creative. Cool.
I play it. I played it a lot actually, but I kind of hate it.
It's kind of fun. You just kind of hang out, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It sucks your life.
It's like an alternative world to live in.
Yeah, the way I used it was I have some friends from college that I played it with, and we just basically used it to hang out and talk and stuff.
It's like when we were tweens and we played too much The Sims.
Not really, not for me because like I really don't even like the gameplay or anything. I think I'm
just hang out.
It's just a fun way to hang out with your friends.
It is.
Well, but you know what? You're playing it though.
Yeah,
you're in it.
So now Modern Warfare 3 is at #2 on the top played Xbox Live games, which is crazy.
Wow. I'm surprised with all the millions of dollars this Notch guy must have. He hasn't made like
Minecraft 2,
a Minecraft 2
or an expansion or something,
or just like with actual like an engine.
Yeah,
like imagine an actual Minecraft game with still keep the simple style, but like with an actual video game.
Beefed up.
Yeah, with power behind it. He could do that, but he's working on something different now.
Some stupid little other game that he's making.
I looked into it and it looks dumb.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be as takeoff as good as Minecraft.
Happy Halloween.
Halloween.
Why weren't one of us like a creeper guy? That would have been good.
Oh, that would have been a good cast down.
Casting.
And that's it for all the news this week. Next up, we're going to talk about the trailers, of course, including the Iron Man 3 trailer, so you don't want to miss that.
Oh boy, how spooky.
First, we're going to take a quick commercial break. But as we go to break, I just want to give you guys a little joke to ponder, and then when we come back, I'll give you the answer. Ready?
Okay.
Here's the joke. Are you guys ready? Come on, lean in, boys. Ready?
I'm Halloween ready.
Why did the ghost cross the road?
Oh, I know this one.
We'll find out when we come back. Welcome back to Pretty Much It. Now let's talk about the trailers
Wait.
You didn't tell us the rest of the joke.
I wanted to know.
Oh,
the joke,
why did the ghost cross the road?
You set up and you didn't tell us the payoff. I want to know what happened to the ghost.
Well, come in close. Little closer. Little closer. I'm going to tell you the joke. I'm going to tell you the answer. Just a little closer.
Did we get closer?
There is no answer. Happy Halloween. Gotcha! Let's talk about the trailers this week, starting off with Evil Dead, because we did talk about this already, but it was a bootleg. Now we have the official full quality one, and I don't know if you guys watched it again, but oh man, it looks great.
It's good.
It's going to be a good movie, I think.
It was quite the topic of contesting in the comments last week.
Why? What are you people complaining about?
It's a remake.
Yeah, and a lot of people aren't happy
fair enough. We just think that this one actually looks good.
A lot of people are like, no Bruce Campbell, no way.
Yeah.
But do they not know Bruce Campbell's like 100% behind this? Like they're producing it?
And do they not like? Why would this is the remake?
Bruce, and it's not even a remake so much as like a reboot. Like it's a different It's a different story with the same idea.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell did it already. It's if you want to watch him in Evil Dead, go pop in.
He used to be really good looking, and now he's not.
Give him a watch. Yeah, he gained a couple.
He's a chub of love now. Yeah,
but as I was saying, watch Evil Dead if you want to see Bruce Campbell.
Aside from the full quality Evil Dead trailer, the biggest trailer released this week by far was for Iron Man 3.
Ladies, children, sheep. Some people call me a terrorist. I consider myself a teacher.
They did a really weird thing with this, and they were doing that teaser for a commercial thing. If you just take those words that I just said and you say them out loud, you can just really...
Which you did.
Which you really hear how stupid that sounds.
Yeah, a teaser for a trailer, that's like the new thing.
Not digging it. Anyway...
it's a little silly. But anyway, the trailer. What do you think of the trailer, boys?
It looks definitely better than Iron Man 2.
For sure.
I think it got a little goofy for me at some points.
When?
Right at the ending when, like, they're shooting up his house and they're getting blown away.
Like, shit!
Yeah.
That's not not how explosions work. But,
Gotcha.
Oh, man.
It does look pretty good,
stuff.
right?
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
A lot of stuff where I was like, what is going to happen?
Yeah.
Why is he like that?
I'm legitimately interested in the story.
I love when I have questions. I love it.
There's only one thing I can see, like, the plot of this movie is, like, Tony Stark's going to get the poo-poo beat out of him, and for a while, he's going to be out of business as Iron Man, so there's going to be a big chunk of the movie where nothing's happening, right?
Oh, I hope not.
Well, we'll see. It looks like it looks like they'll have plenty for us to watch.
Yeah.
So.
But I showed him at the end, like, he's lugging along to the Iron Man.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So it's like, during those scenes, he's just going to be, out of his luck. Tony Stark.
That's good though because that shows like like when he's in the cave.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good character development.
It's like he's in the cave again. He's got to just be a smart guy.
Yeah. Now I actually watched this trailer. I think this is a fantastic trailer. I watched it over and over on like my Apple TV. I watched it so many times.
Don't let good trailers deceive you guys. Now, like I was just saying it before when I first saw the Transformers 3 trailer, I was like, this is it.
Yeah, you of all people.
I know, like they finally not gonna suck.
Yeah,
and I was right as far as you're concerned.
I was wrong. But.
Well, I will say that this trailer, I honestly think this movie looks better than I thought the Avengers ever looked. So that's which is a lot because I thought the Avengers looked really good. I'm really seriously excited for this, and my favorite part of the trailer, which I've been saying nonstop, I literally been saying it nonstop, is when Ben Kingsley, the way he says the word teacher, when he's like, I consider myself a teacher.
He's like an evil Carl Sagan.
I love it. I love it so much. And you know what I gotta say about it? I gotta say Happy Halloween. Another trailer released this week, actually just last minute when we posted our episode. It was technically last week.
Okay.
A Haunted House. Now this is basically Scary Movie, but with paranormal theme because it's
great.
Wayans produced, I guess.
Well, that sounds awful.
Great. Yeah, it looks awful. A lot of people are saying it looks funny, and I'm like, this looks terrible. It literally, I don't think this looks funny at all. But maybe it's just not my type of humor. I don't know.
We're just a bunch of grumps.
A bunch of Halloween grumps. We're the guys that have our lights off, no candy. We celebrate a different religion than you. And one other one that was technically last week, but we didn't get to it because it was posted late. Save the Date is the name of the movie. I actually saw this one. Guess where?
At the drive-through car wash.
I'm gonna stop you right there. Sundance Film Festival. Ever heard of it?
No.
Well,
sounds like a cool thing.
Yeah, it's a Sundance Film Festival. Dancing on the sun. Not really, though. It's actually in Park City, Utah, and it's cold as shit.
I was thinking that it was going to be, like, science-y. Like,
no.
They're going to, like, a festival about the sun.
No.
Yeah, like
oh, God!
I will be reviewing Save the Date when the movie comes out, but I will just say nothing special, but nothing bad either. That's all I'll say for now.
Good review.
And some other trailers released this week were for the Central Park 5, Empires of the Deep 3D, Safe Haven, Universal Soldier Day of Reckoning, and that's it. I'm reading the notes off of this because my printer wasn't working to print the notes, so...
Also, you're Steve Jobs.
I am Steve Jobs. Thank you very much. Happy Halloween. Moving on from trailers and news and all that silly mumbo-jumbo to
all that dumb stuff.
The poll. Let's talk about the poll, boys. Last week's poll question was, what do you think this viral monster video is about? That thing we talked about last week. And I will go from third place. I actually need my iPhone again. It really is a great tool.
Buy it now.
In number 3, we had Cloverfield 3. Skips over 2, just goes right to 3.
Okay.
67
you
votes.
guys are so funny.
With 90 votes, and it's stupid, but I thought about it, and it would be, could you even imagine, the Oogie Loves.
Oh god, imagine.
Just
secret.
imagine if
The
this
Oogie
was
Loves prototype.
somehow related to
Early prototype of Oogie Love.
Yeah.
It's like the guy, he jumps up and he starts singing.
It's a shaved Oogie.
Yeah. That's what they look like underneath the costume.
underneath the fur.
It's like they take off the head, like.
Yeah.
It's like.
It can't breathe.
Yeah.
Oh my god. And then
Thanks from Spy Kids.
in first place we have, with 170 votes, the iCarly Godzilla movie that you were talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
What?
Yeah.
That would be the Godzilla movie with like iCarly kids
I believe
in it,
I
young
said
kids.
I don't want to see no Godzilla with no iCarly in it.
Yes.
Oh, I don't even know what that is.
Yeah.
Well,
Exactly.
that's not happening, and so it's obviously not the answer. None of these were the answer. You all failed.
Good day.
I said good day, sir! So that was last week's poll question. This week's poll question is, with Halloween right around the corner, what are you dressing up as for Halloween? What's your costume?
Even if you're not, you're too old to trick or treat.
Do it,
And
Adam.
then you just like to stay home and dress up in front of the mirror and cry yourself to sleep in your
What would you
costume. What would you dress up as?
What are you going to be? Yeah.
Woman?
I'm going to dress up as my my dead sister, and clothes and bra and underwear and everything. And
She was pretty hot.
Yeah.
What about you, Jake? What are you being for Halloween? Or is this it?
This is not it. This is my first costume. My second costume will be
Oh.
to be revealed
At a later date.
at a later date.
Wow, what a cheap asshole.
And my costume, I actually have no idea what I'm doing yet. Like I said, I kind of just make it up the day of, and I go out to the stores and buy my
Oh,
supplies,
I have
so.
a dentist appointment on Halloween.
You know what? I'll just
Are you serious?
That's actually real. Yeah.
What a piece of shit
I
you
know.
are.
What a piece of shit dentist.
I'll just wrap myself in plastic wrap.
And that'll
Put
be
yourself
the
in
end
the
of
wall.
you. And trick or treat.
Hey kids, welcome to my house.
Your parents
Yeah.
come home and find you. Trick or treat, you're dead.
It's like I'll take myself to the door, and when kids walk off, I'll be like, "Oh, welcome to my house, kids. Trick or treat. Take some candy
out of my flaps.
out of my flaps."
You could bust out of the door and like Kevin Bacon will
But no,
find you.
I'm like cocooned on the door.
Oh, even better.
And so I'm like,
You did not just make a Stir of Echoes reference. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Yeah, I saw it.
I can't believe
It
it!
was excellent.
Happy Halloween, man!
All right, happy Halloween.
And finally, the giveaway winner this week is...
oh,
To be revealed. I actually did not have time to pick a winner, so
Yikes.
it will be in an annotation. So
Right
whatever
here.
the annotation
Right
says, congratulations, you
Right
are the
there.
winner.
sorry you didn't get to hear your name said.
Yeah, I'm
and
sorry about that.
so
Maybe we'll say it next week.
To make up for it, I'd like to give you a smooch.
Happy Halloween.
Especially
I was gonna
since
say that.
I don't know what gender you are.
So please contact us on Facebook, whoever you are, listed in the annotation down below.
Yeah.
Write to us on Facebook, send us a message, and we will get the deets that we need from you to send you a free shirt from beobscure.com, and maybe we'll even send you some candy
We
for
need
Halloween.
the deets. We need the deets first. Jake doesn't get it, but we need the deets.
Yeah.
You need to give us the deets.
We really do. And you know, guys, I know we had a lot of fun here today,
I didn't have any fun.
but I just want to get a little sentimental for a moment.
Oh my God.
Happy Halloween.
I-
We're gonna go trick or treating.
Don't
Gotta
do
be
this.
safe out there,
Happy
everybody.
Halloween.
Okay.
Don't do
Wear
this.
reflectors all over your body, please.
You know I can't go trick or treating. I'm not
Don't-
allowed. I'm
we
not
don't
allowed.
talk about
I'm
that.
not allowed.
We have to go. Let's go right now.
I'm not allowed with kids anymore.
That's why we go at night.
Yeah.
So there's no kids.
You go late at night.
late at night.
Yeah.
I'm talking like 11.
Do you think that I will ever forgive myself?
I can't say for sure,
Well,
but all I
it's-
can say is trick or treat and happy Halloween. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But please be safe out there. People are crazy. Dress warm, unless you're, I don't know. Don't if you don't want to, I guess.
You don't have to.
And yeah, so all I can say, guys, is happy Halloween. And I mean, I've been thinking about it the whole time, but I just wanted to tell you. Just want to say happy Halloween.
Yeah.
Did,
Have a good one though.
Happy Halloween.
I like these. I
Yeah,
like
this
that-
was good.
I like
Thanks.
that these came out. I like.
Would you say happy Halloween
Uh,
about it? Like, would you say they're happy Halloween?
yeah, it's pretty happy.
So we're gonna go trick or treating right now or what?
Well, it's not Halloween, but happy Halloween.
you can go and like trick or treat.
I don't want to leave again because I always like leave and then the show's over. Fine, I'll go. Happy Halloween! My God's falling off.
And that's pretty much it.